Shanti talks about staying in the middle path. You know.
Yes.
Well, no, you can be overly successful, or it
Yes.
doesn't matter as long as you're not affected by what everybody thinks. If you're
Yes.
running around looking for approval,
Yes.
that's where misery comes in. If
Yeah.
you're not looking for any approval and you make $1 billion, you're happy. But if you don't
Yes.
make anything, you're happy either way.
So really, our success should depend upon our inner satisfaction instead of external approval.
Right.
For most people,
Right.
they want external approval,
Right.
like material gain or whatever it is.
Right.
And this is where they become unhappy. If you rely on yourself, success, you're content. You have nothing, you're content. There are some people, they have nothing and they're content, they're happy. Some people have everything, they're content and happy. On the other hand, some people have little bit and unhappy, have a lot and unhappy. So it is not on external condition, but your internal condition. You know, if somebody is driving an old car, staying in a hut, he cannot say he's unhappy. She is. And somebody in the palace, you cannot say they are happy. Matter of fact, so many poor people, they can sleep on the footpath and a pillow of a rock. And those have millions, they sleep on a soft bed, you know, but they cannot sleep. So this is the thing. So morality comes in the way. See, when you work hard and morally, you find peace. But if you earn money hurting someone, you don't succeed. So that's why Buddha say, you know, right livelihood, very important. Like Shila, like a right living, a right activity and right livelihood. Livelihood should be right. Like say somebody makes living killing animals. So it is not right kind of livelihood because it's just influencing the whole cycle. And there is some kind of suffering connected with it. So we should have right livelihood. Then we can be at peace. You know. So peace depends upon our being content. Peace means mind at ease, mind that is flowing. Mind is not controlled by something that is exciting, something depressing. Somebody flatters you, you don't jump up. Somebody curses you, you don't feel down. And that is a sign of inner equilibrium. See, Buddhism they call samta, in yoga they call sthita prajna state. State of balance, inner balance, or spiritual maturity. Because spiritual maturity, you can see everything is temporary. Honor and insults, gain and loss, these are temporary. Spiritual maturity is consciousness, is constant. To understand that, say children play and they fight for a ball or a doll, and suppose arm is broken of the doll, they cry like a real bad thing happened, and grandfather or grandmother are watching, say, don't worry, I will get you another doll. Because for them they have maturity, because they say doll is doll, but for a child, doll is real. So for most of us, we are playing with the toys. For us, all these are real and we fight. In a small petty things, just so many crimes, just for the money. Brother hurts brother, parents hurt children, children hurt parents. Just that is the rule around the world. They help each other in certain time, but other time, when crisis come, everyone is for themselves. Okay. Yes. So spiritual maturity is not considering my children are mine, but all children are mine. I don't own my children. I don't own my possessions. I'm the custodian. See, that kind of feeling. So, what do we think about? What were we born with? You know, no matter you become millionaire, you become strong, you become famous. You know, what were you born with? When you were born, empty-handed, and when you go empty-handed. Nothing comes with you. But for this short span of time, we get so much attached, and also so much attached to hold on to our legacy. After we are gone, what does it matter? People worship us or not. Okay. So spiritual maturity is going beyond. So all the great masters had spiritual maturity. If somebody wanted to kill them, you know the face, you cannot kill me, because you can kill the body, but you cannot kill me. They were fearless, you know. They had the spiritual maturity. And many times, most of the great masters were crucified. They were punished because people did not understand them. So this is what happens. And after so many years, the same people, same society, puts them on pedestal and worships them. So because this is immaturity. And masses of people have immaturity. They don't see reality as is. They see what is current. So really, anyone who is ahead of their time is ignored. See, so...
Like Peace Pilgrim was. It's like Peace Pilgrim was.
Yes, yes. So, when she was here, that only few people knew after she died. All her books in all the countries and translated on memorial, you know.
And still today, people still have thoughts of peace all the time, and they don't seem to want to grasp it, though.
Yes. But then again, people become followers, see? They become follower of Peace Pilgrim instead of getting her true message. They build their own ego, you know, doing for Peace Pilgrim, doing for this. But that is how society is. Christ gone, they built, you know, churches. Krishna, Rama went, they built temples. Buddha is gone, they built pagoda, you know. It's just, so these masters did not want any of this, but followers built them. Because when Buddha died, you know, then there were so many followers of them, and they were big heads or kings. Then they say, well, we take the ashes, our share of the, and build big pagoda. So they wanted pagoda, it's like temple, that, you know, that kind of shape, so that their name would be remembered. So not only remembering Buddha, but they wanted their name to be remembered. So this is how people work on it.
It's like at the temple where people, they make all these huge donations so they can get their names on the plaques.
Right. This is true for all the religions, everywhere. You know, people want their name. People who really serve, they don't look for anything. They're not even visible.
Oh, Shanti, how did Krishna die?
Huh?
How did Krishna die?
How did
How
Krishna
did he die?
Oh, Krishna. Okay. Somebody, he was resting. Somebody saw his toe. The hunter saw his toe, and he thought it was like animal or so.
Right.
He shot poisonous arrow, and that is how he died. All this happens because other people become instrumental. Their time to go, they have to go. They become instrumental. Buddha died because somebody offered him food with mushroom, poison mushroom. That he did not mean it. Buddha knew it. This was my time. He was instrumental. So really, anything happens, people are instrumental. Most of the advanced people who are evolved spiritually, they know their time is coming up. You know, they usually tell their friends and everything, like I have only so many days, and they withdraw and go.
Makes sense.
But most of us who are attached at last minute worry about where are my children, where is my property, who is going to get what, things, this mundane thing. This is why they say live entire life with spiritual thoughts, so when you die your mind is withdrawn and you can go inward. Okay, but if you don't live your entire life and at last minute you try to play mantra, but you won't hear it. So it is no coincidence. So nothing happens by chance. It just happens because of law of karma.
So Gandhi, when Gandhi was shot, apparently he said Rama.
Yeah, Rama. So that showed that he was thinking of Rama all the time. That means he was chanting mantra Rama, and mantra Rama gave him inspiration all along. Yes. So most of us, what do we think all the time? Different things. So really we have to focus on, think of higher self, who am I, or any deity you worship. These are the same. Self or deity, Atman, Brahman, whatever you believe in, is the same thing. Yeah, that we dwell on. That means it's inner power, so you are not distracted. If you are distracted, you have desires. Desires are the cause of gross body. You have desire, you have to fulfill the desire. To fulfill the desire, you have to get the body. You have to get appropriate body to fulfill the desire. So, until we are free from desires, we are not liberated. So this is why we have to gradually withdraw from desires. You cannot suppress the desires. You have desires and you say, well, it's too hard to make $1 million. They say, I don't want to make million. The recommended thing is, if you have desire to make million, then get satisfied. Whatever desire you have to fulfill it, either doing it or getting the understanding of it, so you have no more temptation of it. So those who are monks, they become renunciate. Many of them very successful doctors, successful business people, they renounce. When they renounce, they have no more attachment. This is true renunciation. Otherwise, people who renounce because their business is not going well, family is not treating them well, so that is escapism. So true renunciation should come after understanding. And usually it takes experiences in life. So renunciation stage is the final stage of life. Except some people who have earned it from many lifetimes, from childhood, they have no more attraction, then they can be free.